Alright, folks, Petunias 8, we are back. Link our location on Facebook. Let's head on to the additional investigation. It's been work catching Mario Fortuna's kill race. Hopefully everyone will finally stop phoning. Yep, Seamus O'Neill has escaped. Oh, botheration, more paperwork. How could Victoria Peachy's killer possibly escape from custody? Clearly he's been aided by someone, but where would he go? Ace is right. Seamus must be looking for Giulietta. Although he killed her father, his love for her remains. But this is madness. The Italians will kill Seamus on sight. Whatever his intention is, you must return Seamus to custody. Those hidden weapons in the sewers are our best lead on either gang. I don't care if you have to open every crate down there, Ace. Just find me a lead. Ace, I wanted to ask you something, but I see you're busy. What is it, Charles? I wonder if Ace might accompany you to talk to Viola for an experiment I'm conducting. Ace will join you in Viola's lab after finishing up in the sewers. Now everybody out. I've got a headache coming on. I haven't heard the All-Star Smash Mouth song in a long time. What a surprise, Ace. You haven't sent me any lab samples to analyze. Well, actually, Viola, it's you who might be able to supply a sample for us. I've hit a roadblock with some research, and I believe you can help. I have a theory that certain ailments are inherited from our ancestors, passed down from generation to generation. And seeing that you suffer from peanut allergy, I thought, you thought I'd be a suitable test subject? Love the idea. Tell me what you need. Well, a strand of one of your parents' hair or some skin cells that I could run through my DNA machine to obtain their genetic coding. Well, I have just the thing. One of my father's gloves is right here in my bag. Oh, tarnation, I misplaced my bag, Ace. I remember I left it at Luigi's Delicatessen. It's next to my theater class. I do hope it's still there. Fear not, Viola. Ace and I shall retrieve your bag and your father's glove. Well, if you do find out Luigi's, Ace, dinner's on me. Well, that'd be cool, unicorn. US is fun. Depends on where you go in the US, though. Some places are cooler than others. I haven't actually been to. I was in New York, but it was a while ago. It was kind of nice. There's a lot of nice people. Well, heavens, this establishment has seen better days, Ace, but Luigi Fortuna should have things back in order in no time. Don't bother Viola again, Ace. I'm sure you can find her father's glove inside her bag. Whoa. Great Scott, Ace. That crate wasn't here before. Someone's been creeping around this tunnel. These weapons actually are connected to the games. Perhaps opening this crate will give us some clues as to Seamus's whereabouts. With that in mind, let's have that lock. Macedonia, that sounds like fun. I'd love to travel. Once I retire, so like 30 years from now. Oh, you found a glove inside Viola's bag? Yeah, she said we would. There's no doubt that this glove belongs to her father. Come to my lab in a few hours, Ace. I'll show you my results. That's alright, Lori. I'm trying to focus so I can hopefully catch up on some sleep. Maybe get an hour of sleep when I get done with this. That's not right. That's probably right. That's not right. That's probably right. That's not right. That's probably right. What's up, Tim? Well, that document you found in that crate appears to be an inventory. There are enough weapons here to supply an army, right underneath Crimson Bank's Italian quarter. More importantly, the message written on the bottom is in Gaelic, meaning these weapons belong to the Irish. Whether or not Seamus is involved in this, we cannot sit idly by. Let's have you translate the message to determine what we're dealing with. I'm sorry, Ace, but I'm afraid my experiment might be a disappointment. I don't think the glove we found belongs to Viola's father after all. You see, it's been proven that people from the same family share common genetic traits. That's what my DNA machine does. It translates its genetic coding. Therefore, I gathered some skin cells from inside the glove, ran them through my machine, and compared the results with the sample of Viola's skin cells. But the thing is, the samples don't match. Clearly we got the wrong glove. Either that or Viola and her father are not actually related. Which is obviously ridiculous. I'm sorry to waste more of your time, Ace, but could you come with me to ask Viola for another sample? Yeah. So if you want to come to Arizona, man, we will. It is hot. Hey, Charlie, I trust my father's glove is suitable for your experiments? Well, not exactly. It appears that this glove does not belong to your father. Of course it does. He was the one who gave it to me in the end. But that makes no sense. What's the matter, Charlie? What did your experiment say about my father? Well, that's the trouble. I ran the skin cells from the glove from the DNA machine. It showed that the owner was not related to you in any way. Well, nonsense. Clearly that contraption of yours is wrong. Well, I'm afraid it's not. I ran the test 3 times. If this glove really belongs to your father, then he's not actually your biological father. Well, that's ridiculous. Of course my father's my biological father. He raised me. I'll perform these tests again and prove you're wrong. Good day. Yikes. Ace, I'm certain my results were correct. Bella's father just cannot be her biological dad. I'm afraid no amount of testing will change that. I hope she'll be okay. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, yeah. We mentioned that in the last stream and this stream. World Edition's out. Any progress with that message Ace found in that weapons crate, Evie? Indeed, I've translated that Gaelic at the bottom of the inventory, and the result is troubling. The message reads, "Everything is in order, lads. The time to strike is almost in hand." Oh, good heavens. It seems our fears have been confirmed. The Irish King is planning some sort of attack on Crimson Banks. And I'm afraid that's not the worst of it, Ace. Could possibly be more concerned than that, Diego. Well, not only does this message confirm the Irish are preparing to retaliate, I have analyzed the handwriting, and the message was written by Seamus O'Neill. Seamus wrote this message? I thought his devotion to the Gioletta outweighed any interest in the game war. But now that he's escaped, it's clear his interests lie with the conflict. I agree, Ace. It's imperative we find Seamus, now more than ever. If Seamus was down in those settlers, perhaps Bridget Baker saw him. Let's return to the tunnel and follow his trail. Yep. We are not shocked that Seamus is... We all thought that Seamus would be the gang leader. Back again, Ace. If your partner didn't look so utterly revolted, I'd swear you were looking to become a plumber. Nothing is further from our minds, Miss Baker. We're tracking the whereabouts of an individual who delivered a crate here, and... Oh, you mean that fair-haired fellow? So you did see Seamus O'Neill. Well, I don't know his name, but there was an Irishman messing around with those crates, so I hid in one of the other tunnels. I told you before, I don't want to get involved. Your prudence is commendable, Miss Baker. That man is an escaped murderer with affiliations to the Irish gang. Did you see what he was doing or where he went? I didn't really see anything, but he muttered something about heading to the marketplace. Ah, the marketplace. Surely Seamus wouldn't be so brazen as to show his face in the heart of Italian territory. Nevertheless, we must follow the leads where they take us, Ace. Let's make haste to the market before we lose O'Neill's trail. You're looking a little flat after me down here, General Ace. This will pep you up. Yeah, burger. Give me a burger. Yeah, we're cruising through this. I might actually get some sleep. That always a good sign for me. there's the lighter. Blast. I see no sign of Seamus, Ace, but if that letter you picked up is any indication, we cannot be far behind. This insignia is typical of the Irish gang. If we dust those fingerprints, we'll discover who this letter belongs to. Perhaps someone who knows Seamus' whereabouts. Good show, Ace. Let's compare those fingerprints you retrieved from that letter to our archives. With any luck, we shall find a match. But we must hurry. Seamus is on the run. Yeah, someone tells me he's dead in the next case. Whoa. Well, those fingerprints belong to Adriana Brazier. Last we heard, Adriana was spying on Vittorio Capecchi for the Irish gang. It seems she's now in Crimson Banks. Agreed, Ace. We must find Miss Brazier at once. Well, Miss Brazier, I see you traded the saloons of Coyote Gorge for the streets of Crimson Banks. I assume you're still working with the Irish? Well, it's not my occupation. I like to get more physical, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I believe we do. In any case, we're after the whereabouts of Seamus O'Neill, who we've been informed has escaped. You wouldn't happen to have seen him. Well, obviously, he's in charge now. He knows it's good practice to keep tabs on his employees. I beg your pardon? Are you saying Seamus is the new leader of the Irish gang? Why do you think the gang broke him out? Seamus did him a great service killing Vittorio. He's exactly the person we need. Well, this is dire, Ace. Where's Seamus now, Miss Brazier? You must tell us immediately. You don't honestly expect me to talk. I'm sorry, General Ace, but that's all you get from me, and I suppose you'll be wanting to confiscate this too. Nice, a gangster gun. Sweet. Well, not only have the whereabouts of Seamus O'Neill eluded us, Ace, but it appears he's abandoned his undying love for Giulietta in order to lead the strike against her family. Ace, these are the great tidings indeed. I shall prepare a report for the chief. I shall see you back on the airship. Whoa. I just saw Viola leaving her lab, Ace, and she seemed distraught. I wonder if anything is wrong. Unfortunately, a more pressing concern. Your investigation into the whereabouts of Seamus O'Neill has revealed he has assumed control of the Irish gang, taking Finlay Flanagan's place as leader. And even though we've confiscated that stash of weapons, the Irish are clearly planning to strike. And Ace, we've received a call. Commissioner Baldwin's body has been found on the docks. His body? What do you... He's been murdered. Oh, crap. We just mentioned that. Oh, man. Commissioner Baldwin's been murdered. Oh, crap. What? Oh, and now you're going to make me wait a week to figure that out? Oh. But at least it's next Thursday. Oh, man. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for staying around. I'll see you guys next Thursday. It's been Pitching Ace 8. Over and out.